You've tried it your way, but you're still in debt? Or maybe you're doing okay, but want to invest smarter, grow faster. MillionaireX.ai gives you real step-by-step strategies to ditch debt or stack wealth. Stop dreaming and start planning. Visit MillionaireX.ai today. I want you to be the next millionaire next door.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Let's stop acting like we don't see how this game is played. If you tired of folks throwing shade with a smile and keeping you boxed in with that slick behind-the-scenes racism, it's time to upgrade your survival skills. See, Phillip Scott dropped more than just knowledge. He handed you a playbook with passive-aggressive racism in the system of white supremacy. This ain't the in-your-face kind. This is that sneaky, office space, let me block your blessings type of racism that'll have you questioning your own reality. It's time to call it what it is and arm yourself with the facts. But baby, don't stop at just peeping the system. Break those mental chains too. That's why you need 7 steps to decolonize the mind. This is about freeing yourself up top, walking in confidence, and letting the world know your mind is not for rent, lease, or layaway. It's time to reclaim your power step by step. So don't just watch, take action. Click over to Amazon.com, type in passive-aggressive racism in the system of white supremacy and 7 steps to decolonize the mind, and secure both books for yourself, your crew, and anybody ready for that mental liberation. La Sherika said it, now go do it. Invest in your freedom. Pick up both books today on Amazon.com. Trust me, your mind will thank you.
If you have not been tuning in before, my goodness, you've missed out on a lot. Broke boy, but with potential. What made you realize, this soft life is for me?
I deserve it. Because main money is special. I'm single.
But you don't like to be alone now.
I'm looking for a guy to break my heart. As long as they're Nigerians now.
Watch Slay Queen Nigeria, only on the African Diaspora News Channel app.
From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. So don't wait. Secure your spot today. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
In H-Town, we want news that speaks truth, just like we do.
ADNC keeps me informed and him inspired.
We've been through too much to trust mainstream media. This feels like us.
From the D to the diaspora, ADNC is how I stay woke. We binge ADNC like it's Netflix, but smarter.
They speak on us, but never for us. ADNC does.
No fluff, no filters, just the truth, daily.
From Wall Street to 125th, we're watching our news.
Download the African Diaspora News Channel app today to stay connected to the culture.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for... Can I hear? Y'all hear me pretty good? Hold on. I can't even hear myself. Hold on. Give me a second. All right. Let me go to my other screen here. That way I can at least see y'all. I can't see y'all right now. Can't see y'all chatting. All right. Y'all hear me okay? Let me finish my drink real quick. And no, it's not high fructose corn syrup. That's that poppy drink or whatever. I'm trying to finish this off because I shout out to Sister Kendra on the Crimson Cure channel. I was over there with her for about a good hour. So then I had to get this stuff together, this stream that we wanted to do here. So shout out to everybody. Tonight we're gonna we're gonna talk about a sister out there in Scotland. She had a problem with the anti-black racists on the train, and kind of talk about some of the if you're on TikTok, a lot of black Americans are finding out about their distant cousins in Scotland, and it's been pretty cool. But there's been some discourse behind it because certain people was upset about that, knowing it wasn't the black Scottish people at all. It was not them. And it wasn't even the white people. Well, one white woman, but it was. We'll talk about what happened, and then we're going to get into even some of the folks are saying it out loud about BET and what happened with BET, how it got screwed up. So we're going to talk about that tonight. So I won't take much of your time and everything. I appreciate y'all for downloading the app and joining. We greatly appreciate that. That fully supports our platform. And all proceeds go to us. That we can do the things that we need to do. And so we're trying to get to our 10,000 members there. So continue to join. And that's the best thing you can do. I always tell people that. It's like 31 cents a day for a monthly. That's like supporting us 31 cents. And we got a quarterly membership. We have an annual. And we have a lifetime. But I will say, as of January 1, we're going to switch to 3. We're going to switch to monthly, annual, and lifetime, okay? Lifetime, you don't have to worry about prices going up or nothing like that. Also, January 1, prices will go up to meet the 2026 standards that we have. Also, I just haven't posted it as of yet because I'm working on some things and get Brother Stanley and them. Our new book, Us Versus the Machine. And our new book is going to be ready to go on September 1. So our new book is ready to go. I'm going to put that out when I get some more marketing stuff. But if you wanted to pre-order that, I haven't dropped a link for it yet or whatever, because I need to get some little marketing stuff done with it. But just letting you know, September 1, my new book will be dropping. I didn't realize, y'all, I haven't done a book when I looked on there about, a good 4 years. I said, oh no. But you do have this commitment from me now. Every year I'm dropping a book. You know why I'm dropping a book? I had a great conversation on the Ethiopia trip with, I forgot the sister's name. She's a Jamaican sister. She worked in the healthcare for a very, very long time. And this sister, I think she was 81, 82 years old. Didn't look it. But she put me up on a lot of game and just kind of talked to me about some things I need to hear. And so I told her when I was in Ethiopia, I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to start doing it. Every year, I'm going to put a book out. Every year. At least once a year. If it's another subject I want to get into outside of my normal, I'll put out a book on that too. But at least I want to put out at least one a year. That way we can keep the people, because books outlast me. Trust me, books will outlast me longer than the video. All right. Good. Let's go ahead on and get started. Let me finish this off real quick, y'all. Sorry about that. So let's start off with the video. Before we get to the video. So on TikTok, interesting things has happened. So we know black people are every part of the world. We know that. But the American media is good at shielding that. They don't show black people from other countries other than the ones that's kind of approved to show, like maybe some Caribbeans, maybe some Africans. But they don't show a lot of black people in European countries. They don't show black people in Asian countries. They don't show black people in Middle Eastern countries. They don't show any of that. When they show images of certain countries, they make sure it's like, if it's Europeans, it's mostly white, maybe some Arabs, etc. Asians, come on, Asian people for the most part. Whether people is Arab, mostly show them. They don't show black people. And yet we are in every country in the face of the earth, okay? So for some reason, they had this one brother that went viral on TikTok. And this brother was from Scotland. And he was just talking about some issues that was going on. So some people say, what? Wait a minute. These black people are in Scotland like that? And they speak with that Scottish accent? And so everybody just started finding the videos of black people in Scotland, and they was excited because, hey, it's hey, black Americans and founders. And so they was just excited about it, right? And so everybody like, hey, cousin, and this and that and the third. They're not othering themselves. They call themselves black Scottish people. They're not saying, well, I'm, Nigerian Scottish. They're not hyphenating themselves. They're saying they're black Scottish. Say they grew up there, been there. I was like, okay, cool. So everybody's liking that, right? And they want to put out a propaganda. Oh, black Americans, they don't like other black people in the diaspora. It's not true, because I'm seeing a number of black Americans having a great time talking to black Scottish people, trying to find out what they do, like what they eating, what they find. And they putting out videos showing all these things, right? I think it's beautiful to see that. And beyond with you, that's why I have African Diaspora News Channel. Part of what I want to do is to connect with black people globally, not only certain countries, but globally, right? Because we in every country throughout the earth. Don't you think that we're not there? We are everywhere as a people. And we need to see that. Even just the way black people responded to the Scottish people, right? They was, like I said, I think that's a beautiful thing. But the propaganda is, oh, y'all don't like this one, y'all don't like that one. No, it's not that we don't like people. We don't like people othering themselves. And that's a whole stream in itself about othering yourself, right? We don't like people that come over and say, I'm not black, I'm this, because usually people like that is dangerous, okay? When you come over here othering yourself, you're doing that not because for any other reason that you want to, when you talk to white people, you want to say, well, I'm not like them. I'm not even them. I'm this. And when you get with white people, you're talking about us because you othered yourself. That's why we don't like that. We understand othering yourself is a dangerous thing in this system. We understand that. And we cannot allow people to other themselves around us. We just can't do it. And you coming around us, no, that can't, it won't work. But black people have always been welcoming and still welcoming. We're just not going to take the disrespect. That's all. And some people got a problem, with that, right? So while everybody's having this conversation, black Americans, black Scottish people, guess who started making videos mad about it or complaining about it? Some of these people in the UK, some of the black people in the UK all start making negative videos. You would think that they would be positive, say, hey, well, look, they connecting with the black Scottish people, right? No. The first thing they start saying is, oh, y'all didn't know there were black people in Scotland? Oh, how y'all just discovered that? Like, why are you making something negative, like something positive into a negative? Why? Why are you doing that? In this country, we do not see black Scottish people on TV, no representation. When they show images and things out of the UK or Scotland, whatever, they don't show the black people. They don't show the black journalists. They don't show the black people having a good time. They don't show nothing about them. So it's good to find out about other black people. What's wrong with that? Then I've seen some of the immigrants from even here complaining too. And I'm like, okay, now first you said that we don't like immigrants. We don't like, different groups as black Americans. We don't like Caribbeans. We don't like Africans, which is not true. But then now when black Americans are connecting with other black people in the diaspora, now that's a problem. It made me believe that I think some of you are upset that we're connecting with another group of black people, but we're not connecting with you because we kind of told you what you need to do to get your act right, and you don't want to get your act right. I'm thinking that's what that is. Because if it was truly what you said, then how come black Americans are talking to all these black Scottish people now? How is it that black Scottish people are making a lot of videos on TikTok showing their life, discussing, hey, yeah, we deal with racism, here and there too, or whatever the case may be. But they get mad and say that we have main character energy and main character syndrome, which we came up with that. But yet you keep us main character by worrying about what we're doing, because if we were truly insignificant, you wouldn't care who we were talking to as black Americans, right? And let's talk about that TikTok platform. When that TikTok platform go away next year, because it will, when black Americans are not on TikTok anymore, it's going to go back to what it was for the 3 days that black Americans was not there. And y'all didn't like it. Y'all didn't like it. Now, this one black Scottish young woman, she dealt with some racism. You say the immigrants need to stay out of this topic. Yeah, because the black Scottish people have been nothing but cool. They've been nothing but nice. They've been very welcoming. They've been saying, hey, we want y'all our family, we want to connect. And I said that's always been the heart of black people. We want to connect with other black people, but we don't do good with that othering. I'm not you, I'm this. I'm not, listen, you black and you say you black, you want to rock, we rock with you. You feel me? Now, this one sister, let me show you a video. She wasn't putting up with that racism. But let me let you listen to what happened with the sister on the train here with one of them folks. So, you know, them folks the same everywhere they go. Right? I told y'all that, but pay attention to this.
We're spraying Dettol all over the place, saying the place was effing stinking, and then moved seat behind me and said, go back to your own country. None of that's related to me, right? Okay.
No, it's nothing to do with your colour.
I thought I was losing my mind. And I was like, and I looked up and I was like, sweet old lady, wouldn't he? Would they? Aye. Back to your own country. That's not right. Thank you. I knew she was being racist. Are you proud of that though? You're proud to be racist? Well, I'm embarrassed for you actually.
If you have nothing nice to say, you don't say anything at all.
You're proud to be you, you're being a racist. I was born here. I'm more Scottish than you probably. You're British.
Well,
alright. There'll be that Nigel Farage. He'll be shaking your horn actually. He'll be buzzing. Another racist. Yes.
No, I did hear it as well, but I didn't
I knew it and I thought I was going crazy, like, you know that way. And she was sitting here being racist and then writing on a little notepad racist things.
But I mean, she should understand morals and respect.
Exactly. I'm disappointed, that's all I can say. But I do appreciate.
No, it's alright.
I appreciate it. I do.
Don't tolerate it.
No.
I hope you're okay. I hope you have a good day.
Thanks, you too. See you later.
I'm trying to stay calm. I've had a very long journey today.
I'm trying to stay calm after you said really mean things to me, tell me to go back to my own country when I'm born here. Because of the colour of my skin, I don't think that's
Nothing to do with that.
Well, why else would you say it? You wouldn't say that to a white person, go back to your own country.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't, because they've got a Scottish accent. I've got a Scottish accent.
I didn't say that.
You did say that.
But I didn't mean
What did you not
British.
mean? British. I have a British passport. I'm classed as a British citizen.
That's all right.
And I was born here. But because of the colour of my skin, you presume I'm not.
Nothing to do with
Well, why you wouldn't say that to a white person with a Scottish accent? Go back to your own country. Why do you think? Why did you? Donald Trump is an American man, so I don't know where you're going with that. But I have to call out. I'm not impressed with that, and I'm going to have to tell you that. And I'm sorry you've had a bad day, but you can't just go about saying that to people. It's not on. I'm going to defend myself for years and ever.
That's okay.
Yeah, of course it's okay. I'm proud of myself for speaking up, but I'm not have somebody tell me to go back to my own country in my own country. Be honest, admit then. You say whatever you like. Well, what you're saying is racism, and I don't tolerate it. Not to me, not to anyone else as well. So, I'm not.
You've got no respect for your elders.
How do I have? I have no respect for people that are racist. I'll tell you that. Yeah, thank you. Aye. Just tell me to go back to my own country.
We apologise for the late run of this stream. Further information will be provided when
Nothing to do
available.
with your colour of your skin.
Yes, it is.
No, I'm sorry, it's
see,
not.
if you're going to be racist, be proud. And you were proud a minute ago, and now you don't have an audience. You're trying to backtrack. I'm not happy with it.
I'm not saying that.
You are. You
I
did.
didn't say that.
I'm not going to
Respect
argue
for
with you
your
anymore.
elders.
How can I respect a woman that sat there and been racist the full journey?
But no respect.
Of course. Do
wasn't
I
writing a
respect
list about
you?
you.
Hell nah. I'm not going to respect you. I'm not respecting you.
A list about you.
You moved seat and then you were spraying Dettol all over the place, saying the place was effing stinking, and then moved seat behind me and said go back to your own country. None of that's related to me, right? Okay.
No, it's nothing to do with your colour.
What's it to do with
You're
then?
pink, green and blue.
Well, what's it to do with then? You never said it to this young, beautiful girl. You never said it to her. You never said it to the guy who was sitting over there. And you know what they've got in common? They've got white skin. So you only said it to the brown person. Bit weird.
It's great. Your nails look great. Everything about you looks great, but I've just had a hell of a fucking day, okay?
I'm sorry to hear that, but at the same time it doesn't justify being racist. That's all I'm saying, and we can close it at that. We'll leave it at that. You get on with your life, I'll get on with mine. Racist old woman.
Sorry about that. Now, what I like about that video, she didn't get all up in her emotions about it. She, handled that calmly and was just telling that lady about herself. Now, I told y'all, anywhere these people are at on the earth, it don't matter where they at. If they can be in America, they can be in the Caribbean, African countries, they can be in Latin American countries, Asia, no matter where they at, they are going to be racist. They cannot live in peace with nobody. That young sister was minding her business, riding the train. You have some of the anti-black race say, what's she doing in Scotland? Because that's where her family at. There are black people that have been in Scotland forever. Do you know the first Europeans were black? You knew that, right? I hope you knew that. Y'all are not the oldest people on the planet. Black folks has been in every country and still in every country to this day. Like, for real, we are everywhere. And that's what y'all don't like to see. Y'all cannot stand to see black folks somewhere. Oh, well, black people don't belong here. If anybody don't belong somewhere, it's probably you, because you cannot get along with nobody. You have a spirit that's just very hateful. And one thing you don't like is when a black person is minding their business, a black person that's very neat and very clean, put together. Oh, you can't stand that kind of black person. It don't matter. It don't matter if you got money or not. If you just come across very neat, clean, you look like you're happy, especially when you're happy. They do not like to see happy black people. And when you come in with your happiness and they see it, look, I'm gonna tell you that's a devil that do that. That's a demon. A demon can't stand to see you happy. A demon wants to draw you into some sort of negativity, because that's what a demon feeds off of. That's why these people here in this country, every time we got something going on, every time we got doing something positive for ourselves here in America, what do? Trying to cause calamity. Think about it. They try to infiltrate, cause arguments, dissension, trying to send people in there to cause problems because they need to feed off of negativity with us. They like them vampires and sinners. They gotta have some. They gotta try to suck our life force out. And you have to be a miserable individual. And that lady was old. She was old as freaking dirt. I would not want to get old as dirt at that point and arguing with a young woman on a train. That means my life is a failure. And let me tell you something. A lot of them are failures in life. And all they have to show for it is, well, at least I ain't black. That is a horrible life and a horrible existence to live. I would not want that in my life, that I'm looking at a young woman and just starting arguments with her. It's stupid. Are you mad she riding the same train as you? Like, what is it? I'm trying to figure that portion out of it. But I told y'all, no matter where they at, what language they speak, whatever dialect, they're going to be anti-black racist because it is a culture. I told you, it's a culture. It's a culture. It is a culture for them. It is something that they are taught in their household. They passed it down like an inheritance. That's why with them, it would never be over for them. Only God can end it by ending the bloodline. That's it. Long as they are around, it's going to be some anti-black racism. And this is why black folk say, you know what, you stay over there where you at, let me stay over here, and we get along a lot better that way. In other words, you just don't come around and you don't bring your negativity. Listen, nobody likes negative energy around them. Nobody. I don't care who you are, where you come from. You got other black folks like, I don't want him around, I don't want her around. They bring a negative cloud with them. Nobody wants negativity around. And that's what you do. You bring a bone and carry a bone. Then when black folks staying away from you, you gaslight, like the young sister was saying. You be racist. Then when a black person check you on it, all of a sudden you're a victim. Why are you talking so loud to me? Why are you saying that? But yet you the one being racist. Or if a black person say, okay, cool, you can be racist all you want. I'm cool with that. No problem. I'm going to go over here and don't you dare follow me. I don't want no dealings with you. Stay over there because clearly you don't like me and I'm cool with that. Well, that's not right. Martin Luther King fought against segregation. Why you guys want it back? Like, are you crazy? You don't like us. Then when we say, okay, cool, we're going to go to this side and we don't want you following us, then that's a problem. I always say that is the weirdest dynamic with them is that you don't like us, but you want to follow us everywhere we go. It don't matter where we go, here you come. Listen, I've been got over that go back to Africa stuff when the first time I went myself. I remember they used to do that. Oh, wow, you don't like it? Well, you don't like our racism, go back to Africa. So you would think, well, if they using that kind of terminology, they wouldn't be nowhere near the African continent. They wouldn't want to be there because it's full of black people, right? But on the opposite, you get on a plane, it's full of them. It's not full of black people going over there. It's not full of Africans and Caribbeans going over there. It's a lot of them. And when they over there, they are happy. They're having a good time and everything. But over here, they'll tell you, if you don't like their racism, go back to Africa, but yet they going with you. I tell people that's the craziest dynamic I ever seen. You don't like black people, but you want to go to the African continent. When they got Europe and a lot of countries that you don't even have to see really black folks like that, but you're going to see some black folks because a lot of black folks are in Europe. A lot of us are. I just seen a video the other day with the black Germans, right? So you had all the black German people out, showing their videos. So it's like now, kind of like after the Scottish videos come out, now all the different people of the diaspora are starting to really show up now, right? Say, hey, we here too, like that. And I think it's a beautiful thing. What? Yes, they are miserable. They are miserable, and that's okay. They can keep their misery because you can't be happy based off of what you've done in history. It's nowhere they went on the earth that they could say, you know what? We brought good tidings to this place. We treated people right. We have been positive. The reason why they want to erase all the books, the reason why they want to mess with the Smithsonian and all of that, because they are embarrassed of their history. We're proud of our history, but they're embarrassed of their history. And that's a them problem. That's not a us problem. And I'm a firm believer of this. And I've been saying this is part of what I want to do. And I'm going to do this with time. I want to travel to all these different countries. And I want to get with black people, interview them, see how their life are, and show, hey, we are all over the globe. And believe it or not, we dealing with the same problem, no matter where we at. I've seen it that way. The funny part is, even about the DC thing, right? People is asking, well, why did the black people want to hang outside so much? Why do they want to hang outside? They always want to be outside. That's the thing with black people globally. I've seen that. In the African continent, they're hanging outside all day. No different than here. Caribbean, they're hanging outside all day. No different than here, right? You got black folks in Latin America hanging outside all day. Black folks like to hang out outside. It don't mean you're committing a crime. There ain't nothing wrong with hanging out outside. It's a problem when you're harming people or you're robbing people. That's a problem. But if you're just chilling, you relaxing on your property, you ain't harming nobody, you and your friends, y'all cooking, eating, y'all playing, dominoes, y'all doing whatever y'all doing, y'all not hurting nobody. It's okay to hang out outside. But that's a global thing with black folk outside. They love to hang out outside all day. They love it. That's why when some of y'all, not all of you, but when some of you say you have no connection to other, no, that's a lie. Because I literally see, just like when I see the same traits in them folks, no matter what country they in. I see the same traits with all of us, no matter what country we in too. Even the negative traits, I see that too. Oh yes, I see it. I see the self-hate. I see it globally with us. The politicians that love to sell us out, just like they do in the continent of Africa. They do it right here in America, call us Congressional Black Caucus, selling us out every day. Now, ours is connected to fraternities and colleges. Theirs are, connected to their tribes and anything else they're trying to do, right? Caribbean, you hear them complaining about their politicians too, selling them out. It's like the same problems. That's why when some of y'all come and say certain things, I'm like all you got to do is travel a little bit and you'll see that we're not really that much different. We got some cultural differences. Yes, we do. But some of the main things we be doing, even some of our main problems, yeah, it's the same thing. You may not want to accept it, but it's the same thing. I'm telling you. I wouldn't say that if I didn't see it. Now, let's get to something else that I wanted to cover. So my deal is travel. I've seen people say, well, hey, I want to go to Scotland now. It's fine. We'll go hang out with my new cousins. Why not? Get a passport. Go hang out with your brothers and sisters in Scotland. What's wrong with that? Go hang out, have a good time. You can come on back to the good old USFA where Trump is at right now. Speaking about Trump, you heard that woman mention Trump? And she's like, Donald Trump? Like, he's American. Like, what are you talking about? It's like Donald Trump then got all of them just gassed up now. I look, like we said in the first term, don't let Donald Trump get your mollywopped out here. Now, I'm going to say that leave black people alone because Donald Trump got Secret Service protection and the whole government protecting him. You don't. Leave black people alone. I don't know how hard that is for y'all just to leave us the hell alone. Donald Trump, he only got so much time in that White House and he gone. I mean, Donald Trump almost been, I think about almost a good 8 months now. He been in office. And then his term will go like this. I'm telling you, time is flying, ladies and gentlemen. It's flying. It'll be a few days. We'll be in September 1st. We will be September 1st in a few days. It won't be long. My little girl sent me the other day talking about Christmas time. And she's like, yeah, it's like about 4.5 months away. She said, that's going to be a while. I said, no, it won't. I said, it'll be here quicker than you know it. She's like, oh, yeah, you're right. Look how time passed. Yeah. We'll be back on the holidays again. So anyway, let me get to this next video. So the next video real quick that I want to talk about is why black ownership is important of media. It's important because even if we create something, we need to hold on to it because when you let others get a hold to what we create and what we own, they do whatever they want to do with it. And if they get their hands on it, they're going to put out the most negative anti-black propaganda they can, okay? So even they admit, and I want you to play this clip real quick, even they admit about BET and what they've been doing with it. But I'll get into the nuance of what this guy tries to say.
BET is not even owned by black people. Mm-hmm. The Redstone family. They're Ashkenazi who own BET. And now look what's on BET. I mean, a lot of it's negative stereotypes and stuff like that. If black people own their own media, they wouldn't allow a lot of negative stereotypes even on there. Now, let's go back to American black culture back like 1950s, 1960s. They had very low divorce rates. They all dressed really nice. They were all polite and everything like that, and with any culture. But everything started going downhill when they had somebody else take control over their media and started profiting off their own demise. Because I remember even hearing Kanye West talking about this, like 1990s. That's when all this like gangster stuff coming out.
Yeah.
And they had all these like self-demeaning music videos and everything like that. Missy Elliott and calling herself a bitch. They're all using the N-word and stuff like that. It's all like self-depreciation. But you have another group of people destroying somebody else's culture and making a ton of money in the process.
Right.
And that's not right.
And they're making them look bad.
BET and all that, it should they should own their own media. Everyone should own their own media. But when you don't own your own media, that's when others get to exploit you for their own profit and to your own demise, man.
And they control you, basically.
And they control you. They control which way you vote and everything through that, too.
All right. So, he threw the little, you heard him throw the little Ashkenazi line in there, basically talking about Jewish people. But we don't do that here. We go on race. We don't go on religion, because the white Christian has done a whole lot more, in my opinion. And not my opinion, but history says the white Christian has done a whole lot more to black people than the white Jewish person. It don't matter about if they're Jewish, Christian, atheist. It don't matter what they are. They all believe in white supremacy. That's why I don't get involved in all that religion talk. I don't do that. Nope. I keep it on white supremacy. I keep it on the way we are treated, okay? Because they are in lockstep with each other in the treatment of black folks and others, okay? If you look at what's even happening over there in the Gaza situation, you really look into that, that's some horrible. I don't even see how that's even allowed, to be honest with you. How the world don't come together on that one. You know what I'm saying? Some of the images I've seen out that place. Now they talk about what happened in their history, in Germany, but yet you starving people and bombing people. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? But that's for them to speak up on. Now, when it comes to ownership, I do remember, because I'm old enough to remember this, when Bob Johnson had BET. I remember BET's energy was totally different. You had all kind of programming, but there was some that was just great programming. Some that you had your Caribbean programming, you had your Teen Summit, you had all these different ones, your Bobby Jones Gospel. Every part of really black community was kind of shown in media on that platform. And eventually I want to take ADNC there. It's going to take me time, but I want to take that there. That's part of my evolution, what I want to do. I want to get into different shows. I want to get into, for instance, some people are like, why is he doing the Slay Queen show? Why is he doing that? Because I'm doing something that actually has a market for it, and that's something that's in the African continent. But I also want to bring different shows that's even here too, right? You never know. Maybe I get to a point where I can almost recreate something similar to a Bobby Jones Gospel or have a preaching hour or something to that effect. I'll figure it out with time. But why can't we recreate the glory of BET and what it was? We don't have to have the BET name, but we can recreate that and still put our own spin on it. But my spin is, we got the whole diaspora we can work with. Now we can get into everything. We don't have to hold ourselves back just to one thing. That's how I look at it, at least. When I think about expansion or whatever, right? So some people may not understand my moves and why I make the moves I make, but it's a method to this madness over here. Trust me, it is. It is. And then speaking about methods to the madness, let me talk about something and be honest about something real quick. LaSherica. We all know LaSherica is our reporter from AfroWire AI. What does AI mean? Artificial intelligence. That's what AI means, okay? Some people like artificial intelligence, some people don't. I said that I will be on that ride of that wave of artificial intelligence. I said that. I also let people know on the weekends that LaSherica will be here on the weekends, and I'm not going to back off from that, okay? Now, I think some comments we received have been kind of hypocritical. I'm going to say why. I'm a numbers guy, and some people have made comments about LaSherica. Some people love LaSherica, right? And some people just don't like it. You want to complain about artificial intelligence, which I understand. You're scared of new technology. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But you say you want to, I think the words was, I want a human connection. First of all, why do you need a human connection? I just want to figure that out. And then, but yet some of the humans that was, I think LaSherica did one video that day, and I think humans did about 6 or 7, and yet you didn't same people that was commenting, you didn't connect with all the humans that day because I was looking for your comments. So why didn't you connect with the humans that day? Or you just wanted to complain on artificial intelligence? And then the following day, some of you said the same thing. I'm not talking about y'all here. Y'all already know. And then I go check. I see none of your connection with the humans. So the dynamic is you want to complain on LaSherica, but not connect with the humans, but say you want connection with humans, but don't connect with the humans. That's kind of interesting. That's an interesting concept to me because I'm always watching. I'm reading. I'm studying. If you bring up a legitimate criticism, I take it. Like somebody did bring up a legitimate criticism. I said, "Oh, that's a good one." And I go in the lab and I start fixing things based off of certain things. So not everything somebody say to me is like a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Some people still thinking a white person, some diabolical white person, is behind LaSherica. No. AfroWire AI is all my creation. It is. Letting you know. But black ownership, yes, and that's very important. We need to be behind artificial intelligence too, because you complain when the white people, I know it's white people, making all those ghetto videos that's out. That's some just, and you know when white people do it, the stereotypes are just way off the chain. The stereotypes. So I'm like, either we complain about artificial intelligence, or we get on it and start using it and start applying it. Okay? Start using it, start applying it. And that's what we have sought to do here, is to use it, apply it into delivery. Because this is my thing, and I'm warning all journalists out there. You're going to have to do more. In your commentary, you're going to have to do more. Because, see, artificial intelligence do have some limitations. It do, as of now, in the area of presenting. But if you're a person that just read a script and present, AI can do that. And I tell everybody who come in here that if you're just going to sit here and read a script, I got LaSherica can do that and can do it very efficiently. Or you're going to be a human and tap into human emotions and really give the audience something, right? Of course, AI can't go do sit-down interviews. AI can't go in the street and do on-the-street stuff. AI can't do any of that. So it's never will be a moment where you don't need human journalists. That's just a lie. AI has great tools. It is, but you're never going to replace humans. So what I want to tell some of y'all, some AI may come in and replace your job. Either you learn AI and say, hey, I also know how to work that, troubleshoot, do this and that and the third, or you figure out to get in a career that AI cannot do. But you complaining about AI, I don't like AI. It's not going nowhere, bro. It's not going nowhere. Don't be that kind of black person that's complaining and then you get left behind. Get on the wave now. I'm telling black people, get on the AI wave now. Because I'm going to say 5 years later, you're going to wish you would have. Oh, Cloud, I know that, Cloud. I know that. But I just want to make sure I reiterate it myself. That way people heard it from me. You know what I'm saying? I don't repeat myself a lot of times, but I just want to make sure because AI is a different thing. Having an AI, like say LaSherica, that's different. That's completely different. That's different for me. But I did it for a reason. I did a specific reason. And you're going to have to get used to it. It's just that simple. When you say AI, the new humans that learn you can get rich using it, holler at me if you need help. Hey, I will be honest with you. AI, artificial intelligence, has helped me with a lot that I would have paid thousands of dollars for. I ain't gonna lie with you. And at the same time, one criticism was, well, LaSherica is taking a job away from black women. Go look at the community tab. We just had a new woman start today. Clearly, LaSherica ain't not taking anything. Once again, LaSherica is an addition. Now, she's not taking anything. And I have an old AI network, so you can say that too, right? But if I told that same person, okay, well, shoot, give me about $3,500 monthly, and then I'll bring somebody in, at least pay them that. You won't do that, so please. You say people, black people acting like my granddad, them acting about hip hop. Yeah, I remember that. That hippity hop, what is that? And this and that and the third. And that's why I try to even listen to what my little girl listens to. I say, what are you listening to? Because I don't want to be that old uncle, an old man, and like, oh God, what he talking about now? You know, because I say I'd rather be the uncle that's smart and the uncle that's cool. I don't want to be the uncle that people like, he's just babbling about the music so bad. He's babbling about this. I don't want to. All right, man, I get it. You don't like it. I know. You know what I'm saying? I may not understand some things. Like I said, some things I won't ever get down with. Like dudes wearing bonnets. I'll never get down with that. So I can't do it because to me that's for a woman. No, that's for a woman. Well, if you talking about a protective style as a doggone man, then I got questions. Because then I'm like, I see some of y'all walk around with purses. Oh yeah, I've seen it. I got questions. I was raised by old school black men. And I can't shake certain things. Some things I can bend on, but certain things that crosses are trying to blur the lines with women. Like, I know y'all talked about this in Kendra. Shout out to Sister Kendra over there in Crimson Cure. Her chat about the black dudes walking around with the red dresses. That kind of stuff. You would never get me to be like, oh, well, you know, it's a style. No. I'm old school. The Bible teaches you don't wear nothing that's for a woman. Nothing. I'm so old school. I believe in the Bible. It talks about your beards. Hey, God, the Lord like beards. The Old Testament talk about beards. Now you can cut your beard if you want to. Some people can't grow a beard. Okay, let's call it. Some people can't. Floyd Mayweather for a long time didn't have a beard, but he went and got the transplant, and he said that's how he got his beard and his hair, right? So not all men can grow a beard. They can't. Sometimes it's patchy. Some people just can't. But I'm like, if you can, for me, when I was a little boy, I always felt the epitome of being a man was having a beard. I felt that way from a little boy. So I've always wanted a beard ever since I was a little boy. Always. So me having a beard is what I've always wanted. So. King Noble, you say we in 2025, not 1905. It's very weird today. It is, but some principles never change. And those principles that never change, that will outlast dates and times and trends, that's what I believe in. You say about red dress. I don't care if it's for a fundraiser. I mean, why would I do that? Okay. No, I wouldn't. If it's a fundraiser, I would donate money. I donate money. I wear a red tie. I wear a red T-shirt. I wear a red dress shirt or something like that. Okay, cool. You know, whatever. I'll wear a red polo for you. But I'm not doing that. A fundraiser is about giving money anyway. So the money, no, you don't have to put on the dress. Just give your money. Just give your money. We're not going to fundraise. Now, if you're Billy Porter and them, I get it. Look, if you're Billy Porter and his gang, I'm cool. But if you're not part of Billy Porter's, team, then I'm gonna have to say something. I told y'all, if a dude's LGBT, I won't say a word about it. That's his community. Rock on. But if you're talking about you are part of the heterosexual community, and you trying to blur the lines, I got a problem with that. Yeah, that's right, Rhonda. A do-rag, not a bonnet. A do-rag, exactly. But you know what? Let me stop. Because I was about to go somewhere and I got to cut off the stream. All right, thank y'all for joining us on the stream tonight. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. And head over to AfroWire AI. Check out LaSherica's video here coming up in about 1 minute or so. But thank y'all for watching.